Hi there, I'm Sci-Fi Bucket, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I painted this camouflage pattern onto this Titanfall pulse blade helmet. Alright, so all the grey's dried. I'm happy with how it's coming along, especially this front part. I really like that. So some of these greys I didn't go too aggressively, as in some are a lot like darker because there's not as much paint on, but that adds to the different like colours of grey. It's not fully dried on some areas yet. Some parts are still drying. I think I do want a little bit more grey along this front section down here. It's just this side I need more grey. It's a bit difficult with the stencils, but we'll give it a go. So I don't actually think I need to darken the grey. I think I can use the same grey and just go heavier to get the lighter looking grey camo parts. I think the only colour I'll need to change it for is like these brown looking parts. I do need to sort of make it look like the black parts are camo patches as well, rather than the grey is on the black, if that makes sense. Because on here you can't tell which colour is the base. So I need to, I think, go over some areas and round it off a bit to make it look like the black is like sprayed on as well. Right, so I'm really impressed with this. I honestly didn't think this would work as well that it has. Now the only issue is that the brown colour I mixed up is not the same as the photo. The photo is definitely more brown, so I'm going to try and mix up the more brown colour So I'm going to mix up the brown with some black and see if I can match it a bit better. I've got some brown mixed up. I did have a brown paint, so I've started to put little bits of brown on to try and match the camo a bit better. Okay, so it's all dried again. I'm pretty happy with the camo. The only thing is, it's too bright. So I'm gonna go over the brighter colours, especially these like near enough white parts, with a light black. This should help darken it to a more grey colour and bring it all in a bit. I would normally do a black acrylic wash, but because this is all acrylic paint, it will wash that away. So I'll go over all the brighter parts with a black paint, just lightly with my airbrush. Okay, so I've darkened it with the black, and this is the camo finished. I'm really happy with it. For my first time doing a camo, I'm really happy with how it worked out. So I'm going to give it a matte lacquer to protect the camo, and then I'm going to finish the rest of the helmet. But that is how I did this camo. I'll finish the rest of the helmet up. I won't show that, but I'll just skip to it next of the finished helmet. Hi there, so I lied. I'm going to show the whole painting process of this. So these side parts are going to be painted grey, the like ear defender parts. I've removed all of the masking tape as well, and it is looking really nice after the lacquer. So that's all protected, so I can't accidentally remove it when I'm doing the wash later. So we're going to get these spray painted grey, and then I'll wait for it to dry and then get the masking tape off. Alright, so the grey is all dried. We'll get the masking tape off and see what it looks like. Right, there we go. So these are going to get darkened with some black. So what I'm going to do is go with some black in my airbrush on this line here and the recessed parts around these bits. I've just seen some yellow tape, there we go. So I'm going to do that with some black, and then I'm going to give the area a black acrylic wash. So what the wash is, it's just some watered down black acrylic paint, but it will wash away the excess airbrushing I'm going to do. But we'll get the airbrushing done first. Right, so time for the black wash again. I'm going to do it differently this time, and I'm going to apply it onto the rag first and then go over the grey areas. So on the rag and then over the grey parts. So it's doing like, you know, that. It's subtle. Actually no, I do like that. That looks quite good. Alright, so everything's dried again. I'm going to give the edges a dry brush. So I've mixed up some dark grey. I've got some kitchen roll to get most of the paint off, and then my dry brushing brush. I haven't actually done dry brushing before. I know how you do it. You get paint on and then pretty much get all of it off the brush, which is what the kitchen roll's for. So I've got all of it off, and I'm gonna try it on these sharpest edges first. Alright, so I've done some work to it off camera, just adding the white stripe as well as a call sign at the back. So now I'm going to add the pigment. So I've got some brown pigment powder, some like dirt looking stuff. I'm going to use that, and then my smaller dry brush to add dirt on the like recess, like corner parts and stuff. Right, well, I think that's it for the helmet really. I didn't want to add too much brown, and I sort of only want it at the front. So I'm happy with that. So I still have the visor to make and helmet padding. I'm not going to show the visor. I'll do that in a separate video at some point. But I can slide these in. Get the antennae on, and then this is pretty much the helmet finished. So this is the finished helmet. I am really happy with how it turned out, especially since this was the first camouflage helmet I have made. If you like this video and want to see more of this type of me showing and explaining how I make these things, then please consider subscribing. But thank you very much, and goodbye.